There are different ways to create quarter square triangles. One way is to begin with fabric strips. Decide how large you want your finished quarter square triangles to be. Add 1 1/4 inch seam allowance to the desired finished size of the quarter square triangle. This is the width to cut your fabric strips. The quarter square triangles we are making will finish to 3 inches when sewn into our project. We need to add 1 1/4 inches for the seam allowance, so we will make our quarter square triangle 4 1/4 inches. We cut the fabric strips 4 1/4 inches wide, then subcut the squares 4 1/4 inches. Refer to the segment Cutting Squares from Fabric Strips in this DVD. To make quarter square triangles from fabric strips, place a light fabric strip on the cutting mat horizontally in front of you. Square off the end of the strip and remove the selvages. Cut as many squares as possible. Cut each square in half diagonally in both directions. Each square gives you 4 triangles. Repeat with a dark fabric strip. Make sure you have tested your 1/4 inch seam allowance before beginning to sew. Layer a light and dark triangle, right sides together, and stitch with a 1/4 inch seam along a short edge of the triangles. Press the seams towards the dark fabric. Repeat with another pair of triangles. Layer 2 pairs of triangles, right sides together and seams matching, with the light fabric on the dark. Stitch with the 1/4 inch seam along the long edge of the pair. Press the block open and the seams to one side. Trim the fabric tails. The Hungry Caterpillar nap throw has pieced borders made with quarter square triangles. Instructions for this project can be found in the book, Quilting, the Basics and Beyond. You can make 2 quarter square triangles at once by using half square triangles. Refer to the segment, Making Half Square Triangles from Fabric Strips in this DVD before beginning. Make 2 half square triangles 1 1/2 inches larger than the size of the finished quarter square triangle needed. The quarter square triangles we are making will finish to 3 inches when sewn into a project, so we made our half square triangles 4 1/2 inches. Place the half square triangles right sides together with the light fabric on top of the dark fabric. Draw a diagonal line corner to corner on the wrong side of the top half square triangle. Make sure you have tested your 1/4 inch seam allowance before beginning to sew. Sew a 1/4 inch seam on either side of the drawn line. Cut on the drawn line and press the 2 quarter square triangles open. Trim the quarter square triangles to the size needed for your project. Remember to add in the seam allowances before cutting the quarter square triangles. Our quarter square triangles will finish to 3 inches, so we are trimming them to 3 1/2 inches.